3 people who respond to it, right? Right, and we'll make it, so that means like it's actually whoever gets it first, right? The first 3 people who get it. So as soon as I give you the problem, it's then open game. Understand? So here's a problem, and this was actually presented to me by one of my Cal 2 students. They asked me this, and it was an interesting problem. This is not a crazy hard problem, but it's really kind of a cool problem. They said, look, they asked me, can I come up with a function that what it does is it takes integers, n. Okay, so n is an element of the integers. So that's like, 0, 1, 2, 3, the negatives as well, right? Just no fractions, no decimals, like no irrational numbers. It said, can I come up with a function that what it does is when n is odd, when n is an odd number, the function will spit out n. And when n is even, it will spit out 2n. That's it. Can you come up with a function that when you plug n into it, and n has to be an integer, so don't be working with fractions and things like that. If n is an integer, you plug in an odd integer and it'll spit that odd integer out. So if you plug in 3, it spits out 3. If you plug in 5, it spits out 5. But if you plug in an even, it spits out double that. So plug in 2, you get 4. You plug in 4, you get 8, right? There's a catch though. You can't use a piecewise function, and you can't use modular arithmetic. And you can't just say, the function is defined to be, if it's odd, do this. If it's even, do that. It has to be an algebraic function. So that's a single function that will do that for you, all right? It's easy if you just use a piecewise function. And it's easy if you use modular arithmetic. Do you all know what modular arithmetic is? No. Where you take a number and you divide it by something, and whatever the remainder is, that's your result. So like if you take like the number 3 and you write 3 mod 2, the answer is 1, because what happens is you divide 3 by 2, you get a remainder of 1. If I do 5 mod 2, what do I get? Divide 5 by 2, you get 2. What's the remainder? 1. So you get mod 1. If I do 7 mod 2, what do you get? So divide 7 by 2, you get 3. What's the remainder? 1, right? Any odd number mod 2 is 1. So you could use that to generate an answer using modular arithmetic. And think about if you do an even number, what's mod there? So if I do 4 divided by 2, I get 2. What's the remainder? 0. Any even number, mod 2 is going to give you 0. Any odd number, mod 2 is going to give you 1. So there is a way to use mods to like do this, but that's not allowed. It has to be algebraic. What are we doing? That's homework-wise. Try and do everything through 11.2, and then look at that mini exam. It is due on the 27th, which is not 2 weeks from today. It's actually a week and a half from today. All right. So
Monday after next?
Monday. Yeah, it's not next Monday, the following Monday. Exactly. Okay. Everybody have a great weekend, and yeah.